And that's just a sign, Matt, that
Yeah.
it's not over yet. And you mentioned earlier freezing fog.
Yeah.
That could have an impact, maybe.
Yeah, it can. The biggest problem that we're still dealing with, though, as you look at our Killeen Regional Airport tower cam, you can see what they mean by those parking lots. You can still see sheets of ice across the area. So, yeah, it hasn't all gone away yet. The problem is, like you heard Lindsay and Bailey saying, if it's a well-traveled road, a main road, yeah, probably looking a lot better. Parking lots, side streets, well-shaded streets, lots of trees, that keeps everything a little bit cooler. Yeah, that's where we're still seeing issues. And again, some of those ice sheets were that thick. I mean, we're talking 2 inches. That's going to take a little while to melt. So you're still seeing the ice across Killeen. You're still seeing the ice, at least on the sides of the roads here in Temple. Again, well-traveled roads like 3rd Street here. Yeah, you're going to see that ice kind of melt, but still water, still wet. Could still freeze again by tomorrow morning as well. 39 out there right now, southeast winds at about 9 miles per hour, pulling in a little bit more moisture. Again, we're seeing that relative humidity creep up. Once that gets to 100%, that's where we start talking about that fog. So as temperatures drop through the night with that south wind bringing in a little bit of moisture, and again, as the water on the roads evaporates a little bit, that adds even more moisture. So that just is a recipe for fog by tomorrow morning. Take a look out there. You're already seeing the cloud cover building in. That's going to stay with us, maybe clear up a little bit through the overnight hours. But take a look at your visibility by the time we get to tomorrow morning. Here we are pre-dawn about 5 o'clock. You're seeing 1/10 of a mile visibilities there for parts of our I-35 corridor north of Bell County, but then it continues to spread south through tomorrow morning, and then it doesn't break up until we get to about 10 or 11 o'clock. So we have fog building in. We have temperatures below freezing, 26, 27 by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. So you mix freezing temperatures with fog, and you get freezing fog. Let's talk about it. It's just like any other fog, right? It's all just like cloud droplets near the ground. It's basically a cloud near the ground. It just happens to develop in freezing cold air. These little tiny cloud droplets, don't even want to call them water droplets because they're so small. They're below freezing, but they need something to freeze too. So while they're in the air, they're still liquid. It's still liquid water kind of floating through the air. But as soon as they come into contact with any sort of hard surface, they freeze immediately. So you get another nice little sheet of ice developing on roads and sidewalks. And in addition to that, the visibility issues are going to keep you from seeing the ice that's already there. So lots of issues. And for that reason, we still have that weather impact alert, 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. Freezing fog, patchy ice still possible. So again, make sure if you have to venture out, you are using caution tomorrow morning. Again, we do have another cold weather advisory. Not as bad as an extreme cold warning, but still telling you it's going to be plenty cold tomorrow morning with wind chill values falling back into the teens, maybe even the single digits in some of our northern western communities. But for the most part, wind chill values in the teens, it is going to be very cold. Good news, tomorrow afternoon, back into the 40s, close to 50 in some spots. I'll have some partly cloudy skies mixed in. That will help with that melting process. And by the time we get to Thursday, take a look there. We're close to 60 degrees, so that is definitely going to help. Again, each morning we are falling back below freezing, but by the time we get all of the water evaporated off the roads, one of these days, we won't be dealing with that refreeze issue in the mornings. We are watching Friday for our next cold front. That comes through, drops temperatures back into the 40s for your Friday, back into the upper 30s for Saturday. So it's going to be chilly for the weekend, but it's not going to be nearly as cold as it was this past weekend. The issue is it's going to bring those morning lows back into those teens and 20s again for Saturday and Sunday morning. So I don't have much in the way of precipitation for the weekend, but I do have those cold temperatures back in play before we start another warm-up next week. And remember, all this information that I just threw at you, you can get it anytime you need it by downloading our 6 Plus app. You can stream your forecast 24/7.